Shooting stars blazing through the galaxy. Out of the blue, you were there looking at me. So sweet, so sweet. You know every secret before I told. You treated my heart like precious gold. Yeah, oh, oh, oh. Through all of the joy and struggle, baby, we never let go. Let's stay young, let's grow together. You, me, we be one, two, we be one together. You, me, we be one forever. Two souls united from two different lands, but one love, one heart, one solid rock we stand. When the world says we can't, we say yes we can. Oh yes we can. Oh yes. You know every secret before I told. You treated my heart like precious gold. Oh, 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 yeah. Through all of the joy and struggle, baby, we never let go, no, no, no. Let's stay young, let's grow old together. You, me, we be one, two, we be one together. You, me, we be one forever. I am yours and you are mine, hand in hand, walking in the light. Let's make more love, less war, no fight. Together we can shine so bright. You, me, we can build a mighty kingdom, build a better world for our children. Amen. It's done whatsoever comes. You and me, we be one together. You, me, we be one forever.
Are we on the air?
You are now tuned into Elevations Radio, your station for uplifting lifestyle, wellness talk, and indie music radio.
Views expressed on shows are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of these shows and all services provided therein are for personal use only. The Elevations Radio Network holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of information on these shows.
Hey fam, welcome to the Let's Be Real with Greg Bam Reeves show here on elevationsradio.com, home of the best indie music you'll find online and also some of the hottest talk shows on radio. I am your host, Greg Bam Reeves, and we are live at 6:11 p.m. And I am joined by my favorite guest of all time. That's right, I said it. Miss Clotia Mack.
Hi, world. Happy holidays.
Yeah. For all y'all that used to be on my show, that's been on my show, she's my favorite. Okay, anyway.
Ooh,
so
that was my Christmas gift. He's not buying me anything, so he had to tell me that.
You know, I accidentally bought some clear wrapping paper the other day. I'm like, why would you sell clear wrapping paper?
Right.
I said, so I'm gonna wrap some empty boxes in this clear wrapping paper and give them to people. And it's like Charlie Brown getting rocks. Remember we were talking about that last?
He's about to get beat up, y'all. He's about to get beat up. So
Anyway.
be by your phone. He's gonna call you. For that.
Before we get started, this show is brought to you by Cat's Law LLC. That address is 675 Northfield Road, Bedford, Ohio, 44146. Phone number is 216-313-0501. And they practice in personal injury, employment, and corporate law. You can check them out online at catslaw.com, www.catslaw.com, and Cat's Law when you need us the most. And I'm hoping I hear from my boy Sergi Katz sometime during the show. So anyway, this is our last show of 2018.
Woo woo!
And this is the Let's Be Real Christmas party. That's why I had my favorite guest with me. Phone lines open at 440-252-0518, 440-252-0518. I asked this last week, and I'm going to ask you this week, are you done with your Christmas shopping?
Don't look at me. Of course I'm not. Almost. For the one
Almost.
who matters well, I don't want to say matters the most. The
Yeah, 'cause
kids.
you got more
It's
to-
for the kids.
Okay, I was about to say, because you have more than one child, so you can't.
So for
you
the
like,
baby, I'm
Oh,
done.
okay.
Yes, but for the other ones, they just get money, so I don't think you really
Right,
have to
just
shop
cash
for that.
up them
Yeah,
little
cash
something.
and gift cards and stuff. So that's easy.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you done?
I was done last
Last
Christmas.
year? I told you I wasn't getting nothing.
No, right. I mean, I got my daughter. That's it. And yeah, that's done. So yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
Well, you should
yep.
buy something for yourself.
I did. I bought it back in September, and I owe for it now. That's why my, credit is bad. So no, seriously, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not knocking. I mean, what I want, I can't buy right now. So right. The plot thickens. So today we just want to have a little fun. We looked back over 2018 last week, so I don't want to rehash that. But I do want to say this: 2018 is almost over, and good riddance. Peace out. I ain't gonna say it was glad to know you. None of that. Goodbye. I'm looking for and welcoming in 2019. Although I did see and I enjoyed your Facebook post where you said 2019 starts today. I like that. I like that idea.
Yes.
Because I am so ready to get rid of 2018.
Yeah.
And okay, let me put it this way. And in some aspects of my life, it's been great. Like the job I got now, I got this year, and I love my job. It's great. Yeah, I do.
Yay. Okay.
I think I watched way too much CNN. Not allowed that guy to mess with my emotions. He made me angry every single morning.
Ooh.
I would pray, feel joy, and then I turn on CNN.
And joy was gone.
Right? It's just like, oh, you piece of crap. And it just made me think about the rest of this country that helped him get to where he is. Like, y'all really didn't think this through, or you really happy with this? But I ain't gonna waste a whole lot of time on this show talking about that dude, because this is a Christmas party.
Woo woo.
How is it? Okay, for those that don't know, Ms. Mack is an educator. Is it still fun around Christmas time with the kids?
Well, I am in high school now, and so it's quite different. They are ready to go. They're ready to work. They're ready to be
Right.
on vacation. They're not coming to school. Oh, come to school.
Right.
And those kind of things. So Christmas means something different for them. It means a break from the adults.
Right,
And that's
right.
their fun, But yeah, my friend asked me today on the way here. He's like, "Did you do a Christmas party?" I'm like, "That's elementary school.
Yeah.
That's middle school,
And
maybe. We don't do that in high school."
Yeah, when I asked you that, I didn't realize that you were in high school now.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Just
no,
means
because
something
I
different.
remember, I know being a teacher is an incredibly tough job anyway, and I was just thinking to myself, but they probably have a little fun at Christmas. But now you said high school, nope, not so much.
Middle school, a little more, but high school, they're starting to adult. You're going to adulting, so it's not as much fun.
So it's not even like, I mean, I don't like decorate nothing, none of that. Just
I do. I decorated my door and my little window pane. I did.
okay.
Because the principal told me to. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it was mandated.
It was kind of mandated. Yeah, like the kids really enjoy when you do that. And I'm like, okay. And it was really fun because you got to think that some of the kids may not get a Christmas at home.
Yeah.
So that's the harsh reality.
We at my job, we had a office decorating contest. And I spent a lot of time yesterday and today helping decorate. See, it's kind of unfair because in my department, we're always out in the field. We're all case managers. Most of the rest of the building, they're there all day. So they got time to really do theirs up. We had to stop productivity and try to, but I had a lot of fun. I was telling them I'm not doing it at home. So this is my opportunity to get to do it.
Okay.
So
how do you celebrate at home? How do you keep the joy? You're a single man, not engaged or married or involved.
Right.
So ladies, call in for him.
Right.
So
440-252-0500.
How do you celebrate and keep that joy alive when people could look at you and say, well, there's no reason to celebrate. You don't have a wife. You don't have kids. Well, how do you do that?
I'll tell you this. I have a 1-foot Christmas tree that I put on my coffee table, and it lights up. I love It's a Wonderful Life. I watch that. I reminisce about past Christmases. I try to call my daughter and talk to her and get cozy with Jack Daniels. That's pretty much. I play Christmas music I started 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I love Christmas music. So I'm a DJ, so yeah, I'm doing that. I'm playing Christmas music. Maybe I might watch a basketball game. I'm not really into basketball while football season's going on, but they do have some pretty nice games sometime on Christmas Day. So that's about it. I get invited out a lot. I don't know. I've shared other people's families for a lot of Christmases, but at the end of the day, it's not mine. So it feels a little funny. They're exchanging gifts, and one of my best friends, I've spent the last probably 10 Christmases with their family, and they are as family to me as you can be. But after a while, it's 3 years in a row, I got a gray sweater. It's a different sweater each one, but it's the same color gray. And I'm like,
are you trying to tell me something?
No, this is one of them. Oh, dang, we forgot to get Bam something. Grab a sweater.
Yeah, and it's
and the only thing left at this point is gray. So anyway,
the only thing left is gray.
I love them. I love all my sweaters. I appreciate the thought that they thought of me. Period. But it just when I go home at the end of the day, I'm like, It's just that down part. Wow, my family is either gone or not living in Cleveland anymore. So yeah. But that's what I do for Christmas. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but it is. Okay, maybe not fun, but
it's what brings you happiness. Yeah. And I think the key during this holiday season is to really love on yourself. Because the Christmas is about, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. Yeah. But Christmas seems to be about giving to others, going here, this expectation, Christmas list, gifts, but loving on yourself and that self-care during the holidays. And so if Jack and Christmas music makes you happy, get with Jack and hang on the mistletoe.
And I will say, Christmas is definitely my favorite because,
really?
Thanksgiving for me is all about the food and football. That's what Thanksgiving is to me, food and football. Christmas is food, football, and gifts. It's
the gift part.
It's okay, in my family growing up, I remember we'd have a lot of family at Thanksgiving, but it was the entire family at Christmas. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And those are the best memories of my life when I was a child at Christmas and when my children were little kids at Christmas. So, yeah, I really like that a lot. But that's kind of what we want to talk about today is finding joy through the holidays, and not just the holidays, but during the winter months because a lot of people are down during this time of year. And I noticed there are more people dealing with depression this time of year this year than in recent years. Have you noticed that at all?
Yeah, a lot of people. My girlfriend has a group that that deals with depression. A lot of people are reaching out and saying, hey, pray for me. This is what's going on. I'm feeling down today. You know, a lot of memories are coming back up. So it's like been a lot of death, a lot of loss, a lot of hurt. It's like, wow, it's just everywhere. So it's like when you're trying to maintain the joy of the season, to just even you just grab onto something small.
Yeah.
Because we forget about the small things. I love Mariah Carey's song, All I Want.
And you know what?
Come on, I'm like.
And all I've been hearing about is how people say they hate it. I'm like, what's wrong with that song?
Don't you dare blaspheme.
Right. I've heard
amazing.
a lot of people say they hate that song.
No.
Like, I don't. Do
You
you?
know? That is the best song. That
Wow.
one, Let It Snow and Chris Brown, This Christmas.
Well, okay. I like Chris Brown this Christmas. I really
Yes.
do. There's some songs I don't think should ever be remade by anybody. He did a good job.
He did.
I give him credit.
Yes.
But it's nothing better than Donny Hathaway, the original version.
That's true. I love him. He is so smart.
And I watched This Christmas the other day again. I like watching Christmas movies too.
See? And that's what you like to do.
Yeah.
And so defining your own happiness, what is it going to take for you to feel up? And I think being intentional about it too, because some people and you can spiral, you know, and you can just, that thought, that memory, and you can just get stuck there and you can just spiral into depression. But I try to kind of catch it, you know, because even though I have kids, I still have, you know, personal desires of things that I may have wanted or disappointments. So I like what you said about, you know, the new year coming in. So I'm like, that gives me a focus to start thinking about, you know, and just sitting with, how was my 2018? So it takes me off of the gifts and all the Christmas stuff, but help me to look forward to create something good for next year.
I'm definitely looking forward to 2019 for myself personally, for my business that I want to have, and
that you will have,
and this radio show and radio station. I think Elevation is going to be elevated in 2019. I truly believe that, and I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to do my part to make it happen. If you don't mind, because I want to ask you a question. I'm talking to my producer, Robin, that's off camera right now. No, I just want to know, have you noticed more depression this year than maybe recent years? Does it seem like it's...
Okay. I'm going to preach.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Break it down.
See, that's what we do.
So, because I was talking to a client about that today, and I don't think it's anymore. Every year around Christmas time, we get this way. And my old pastor preached a sermon years ago about the spirit of Herod and how, you know, in the Bible story, whether you believe it's allegory or believe it's true, Jesus was coming. Herod was upset about this coming king, and he had put out a decree to kill all the babies because he wanted to kill the joy that was coming. And so every year around this time, that spirit of Herod seems to lay heavy on everyone. And no matter what, like some people are just waking up. My clients just coming, I don't even know why I'm sad. I'm just feeling out of sorts. And it's that spirit of Herod. You know, sometimes we have to push through and find our joy hidden where we hid it somewhere.
Most definitely. I totally agree.
So that's my theory. I always see it around this time of year.
I do too. I think the reason I asked that is probably because of my CNN addiction. It just seems like, and not just in my field, because of the job I have, I've never heard this as much as I've heard it recently. People saying, I just don't want to be here anymore. I've been hearing that so much lately. I've seen people post that.
Part of the problem is what you said, your CNN addiction.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I always tell people turn that news off.
Yeah.
Because it's built, it's created in a way to stimulate emotion. So if you feel like what you feel they've manipulated, you probably already struggling with something, and then you're being manipulated by the media, who's going to reloop the same stories every 15 minutes and create an anxiety as if something's going to change. Nothing's going to change within the day, but you're just sitting there glued to this news, watching them talk about the same thing over and over and over again. It's not positive. They ain't talking about, you know, the lottery winner every 15 minutes.
Right.
They don't talk about something negative. So turn that off.
No, and what's really funny is after the first half an hour, I've gotten all the breaking news I'm going to get.
Right.
All the rest of the time is the same story over and over.
Turn on TV Land.
But I think the part that bothers me is how free people seem in the last couple of years of being hateful. I know there's always been racism and prejudice, and there's always going to be. It's just people are, perfect example. This morning, first thing I hear here in Brooklyn, Ohio, Black man is trying to cash his paycheck. He produces 2 forms ID.
I
Mm-hmm.
think
Fingerprint.
my pastor posted that.
They not only did they not cash his check, they called the police.
Yeah.
You called the police on some. See, this is what we were talking about.
$1,000-some-odd check. It wasn't like he was cash of $10,000.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying you call the police on the person trying to cash a check. He's showing you ID. I mean,
I always said
you want to
Trump
take some
revealed
blood?
the underbelly that was already there.
Exactly.
Thank you.
It wasn't.
Thank
It's not
you.
that
Exactly.
anything. It's just
Right.
that now
Thank you.
he revealed it.
That's
Yeah.
the leader.
That's what I said. It
So
just
was the
seems
leader,
like
so was the
lately
gang.
people are feeling freer to be hateful, and I think it's really affecting more people than normal.
But what does Dr. King say? Hate does not drive out hate. Only love can do that.
That's right.
So when you're feeling that, and then you feel that anger rising up, what's that going to do? I mean, there's righteous indignation, yes, but to just sit there and fester in negative emotions
Right.
does not solve the problem. Turn that stuff off and do something that produces love and peace.
Yes.
Right.
So, Robin, what is that phenomena that we would do things that we know inflicts emotional pain on us? It's like we know, we can verbalize and say, I know this isn't good for me to watch. I know this isn't good for me to, like, Valentine's Day, some days, I don't get on Facebook because I'm like, I don't want to see nobody getting engaged. I don't want to see nothing about love. I know my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't in love, I don't want to see nobody else. But what is that we still see?
That's why I called it an addiction.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
And because I remember I told a friend, I said, I don't watch the news. And he said, well, how do you know when the
Right.
pop up or something? How do you know? I said, I'll find out what's going on in
I
this
don't
world. I don't
watch
have
it.
to
Yeah.
watch it. Somebody going to post something or I'm going to hear it through the grapevine. What did they used to do before TV?
Yes.
You would find out the news when you found out the news. That's
I
just,
don't. The first 3 minutes, I'm so hurt. And I know people who watch. Did you hear about that lady who got ran over? Did you hear about that daddy who killed his
I
son?
didn't-
I'm like, no, I didn't, because I don't watch the news.
I didn't go see JC and Beyonce, but I saw the whole concert on Facebook.
Exactly. You'll get caught up. I heard they did a funny SNL
Right.
skit, so I looked. I
Exactly.
and
Do
looked
it.
at it.
Yeah.
You know, it's you got to choose, and with the field that we work in, you being an educator, you being in mental health, you really have to be careful because we're
Yeah.
surrounded by negative emotions all day, or a range of emotions all
Yeah.
day long. So you really, when I clock out, I'm like tuned. I tell people all the time, I watch Ratchet TV because it's just funny and stupid and don't have no. It's like
Right.
they choosing that dumb life, so I'll watch that, or I'll watch some cooking shows. Lately, I've been on the Food Network watching the Bacon
You
Challenge.
watch it? Oh, and the cookie.
Yes, the
my
cookie
goodness.
I just got hit to that. I sit there in amazement. I'm like,
Dude,
oh my
wait a
God, is
minute.
that really
Time
a
out.
cookie? Like, you
Time
can take something
out.
like this and it could be a cookie.
Right, it could be a cookie.
I
Time
think I wanna
out.
bake.
You
I
know
think I
this
wanna
woman is
bake.
diabetic. She don't need
I'm
to
not
be watching
diabetic.
that.
She ain't eating it. She
No,
just
wait,
watching
I
it.
am not. I just watch my show because I know that.
You could be.
It could be. Yes,
Okay,
because
okay.
I was just.
I take
stationed
that
up.
back, then. Go
Right,
ahead.
don't be
Enjoy
putting
your
that-
cooking
don't
show.
speak that into
She
my
like,
life.
oh, in the name of Jesus.
No, no, we were talking earlier
Yeah.
off air about all
I can
these.
feel when the sugar is too
Yeah.
much. But yeah,
Okay.
but no,
Yeah.
I do watch that. That is the. And then one of my Facebook
And the
friends,
black guy
I forget what station, and she was on there.
Really?
Jackie Chews is one of my Facebook friends, and she was on the cookie challenge. She didn't win, but she was
Right.
on
But
there.
she was on there. They love Ree. I
Well,
didn't know
I
who
do-
Ree was, but she must be the bomb cookie.
Yeah.
I do really enjoy watching cooking videos. I like experimenting with different recipes, especially
You know,
trying
I
to eat
always
healthier.
help
And
you. I always give you my
Like my
Deborah
black,
Terry
my,
said, yes, she must be watching Cookie Challenge.
my black bean cakes.
Yeah.
Didn't you like my black bean cakes?
They were
And my-
excellent.
see?
They were excellent.
That's right. Phone lines over there 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. So that is one of the things I wanted to talk about today is the difference between happiness and joy, because I think there is a difference. I think you can always have joy even when you're not happy.
Yeah.
I was about to imitate somebody. I'm not going to do that. It's that'd be
not?
so
It's a
ignorant.
party.
All right,
You
yeah.
imitate
This
people
is a
at
party.
parties.
But before I get to that, I got. She mentioned Ratchet TV, so I got to mention this real quick. So, Cardi B is divorcing Offset. Now, I know who Cardi B is. Mm-hmm. Don't really know who Offset is. I know he's part of Migos, which I thought one person. Then I found out, I know it's a group now. So, anyway, so this dude, first of all, he apologizes to her on IG.
That ain't work.
And then he calls her bro. I just miss you, bro.
on stage, right? Then that's the one he did on stage. No, that was in
that was yeah. Then he comes on stage with 200,000 some roses, spelling out "Take Me Back," Cardi B.
I heard that. Because everybody's like, that's real, like, controlling stalkerish type behavior. But I heard that her PR person was the one who walked him onto the stage.
Yes.
So they're wondering if this was all a setup.
Yes, because they said, well, she's not mad because the PR person is friends with them both. So supposedly Cardi B isn't upset because she has something to do.
Well, I mean, you can't just go into a concert with 200,000 roses and a cake without nobody. I'm sure she got security. You know what I'm saying? So obviously somebody knew what was going on, but
thinking that it was a publicity stunt.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think the whole United States right now, for those of you listening in Italy and France and South Africa, the whole United States right now is a publicity stunt.
That is not what I thought it was.
Following this guy in the White House because everything he tweets is a publicity stunt, and that's how people get on in this country now. Publicity stunts. It's hard to find the real, which is what's so important around the holidays.
Yeah.
Is to find that real. That's where you find that joy. Happiness to me are moments. I have moments of happiness. But joy is just so much deeper. Like when I was about to do the imitation again, it's so bad. I was about to imitate a minister when I think about the Lord. You know? That's I mean, seriously though, that's where I find my joy.
Yes.
You know, and I don't think you have to be a Christian. I would prefer you be. But no matter what you are, I think you got to find that part inside of you that's just pure joy. Like no matter what is going on in your life, you can go there and be like, but at least, at least, You know what I mean?
It could be worse.
Yeah.
You know what made me feel good last year, and I'm going to do it again this year? I did a top 9 collage of things that happened throughout the year. Pictures I pulled from like my Instagram or Facebook. Because when you're going through so much stuff, you can feel like it was a crappy year. But then when I did my top 9, I was like, oh, shoot, look at me. I did a whole lot. So I'm going to do it again. Probably this weekend. Pull out the pictures and put together my top 9 so I can reflect on the blessings and not so much on the absences or losses or whatever.
Yeah, I told somebody yesterday, it was a client I was supposed to take somewhere and I couldn't because my car got a flat. My car that I can get on the highway with. Because I can't get on the highway with my van. And she's like, oh, God, that's so bad. I'm like, no. I was like, I got my tire fixed my van last week. And when I woke up Monday, I had a flat on the car. I said, but I have 2 vehicles. So I'm able to get to work.
See?
And we can go here today. We can't go there. Not today. But we can at least go here. So, yeah, in my mind, when I woke up and saw that flat, I'm like, can I please get a break? And God said, put out your other set of keys. My bad. My bad.
And you know what? Being
I didn't have to call off. I didn't have to get on the bus.
Right.
You know.
And being careful not to let other people narrate your story.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Because people, I know you messed up because your mother passed away. Actually, it's a good day today.
Right.
And not being afraid to correct people because sometimes it's like, well, yeah, but and then there's that spiral again. So no, don't narrate I got this. I'm doing good today.
Yeah.
What you were saying, I do a grateful jar. So I started like January 1st and moments and quotations and stuff. I put on a piece of paper and I put in there. And then on December 31st, I opened it up so I would have seen all year.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that for 3 years now. So I can't wait to December 31st.
That's cool.
I'm going to come on and do a video on it. To tell, and really, it's really nothing to do a video about, but you just get a jar. And you start, and everything, something happens that's great. You put it in there, and at the end of the year, you go back and you can see everything. You're like, oh, I forgot about that. It's such a little celebration.
I think things like that are super important. We have to find ways to motivate, encourage, uplift ourselves.
Yes.
Retrain our brains.
Yeah.
To look for the positives.
Yes.
And you said doing a video is not a big deal. People are visual. So to see you do it, now they will envision themselves doing it.
That's true.
Yeah, because if you write a book, 2 people will read it, your kids and maybe your grandparents. But a video, it could go viral. No, I'm just saying, of course there's a lot of readers. I'm not saying people out there don't read, but for real, it's so many more people that are rather, this dude in the White House, he don't like to read. They say he get through half a paragraph, he bored. I can't say that. I'm a Christian. I love everybody.
And then he gonna look at me like, you know I'm lying. No,
I'm thinking to myself, we on radio. They can't see my face.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, but no, I think it's very, very important that we do little things like that. And I call it little thing, but it's huge.
Yes.
For certain people. To use our minds in a creative way of creating love and joy, because it's tough out here. I mean, for everybody. You got millionaires going to jail every day associated with that dude. Yeah, I keep bringing him up because he got like,
that's your best friend.
No, he got like 18 people. He got like 18 people indicted. Like these people 2 years ago, they rich, lived their life just stealing our money with no cares in the world. They hitched their wagon onto him. Now they indicted and investigated
voted the reality star into office. Now we got a reality show.
Yep. Watch who you associate yourself with. 2019. Right. Sometimes you need to cut some ties from some folks.
And you better get your gas while you can, because they ain't gonna stay down $1.98 too much longer.
Let me go fill up when I leave.
Yeah.
$1.98 where?
Mine is $1.99 actually on Pearl Road, right around the street from my job.
See, the West Side is always cheaper on everything. You get a lot more stuff.
People, another country.
It is. And people move over there and never come back. They like, girl, I should have been over on the West Side. West Side, holla at me.
Rent cheaper and mortgages cheaper, gas
They said it's more like you got different races and cultures blended.
Yeah, you do.
It's not segregated over there.
Not so much, no. Certain areas are dangerous, but that's any city in any country in the world. Because it's a really high rate of opioid addiction over there.
Oh wow!
I mean, there are people dying left and right in the area around my job.
Now, where you work?
I work on Pearl and State.
Okay, Pearl and State, avoid it.
No, just don't do drugs, okay? Just say no to drugs. That's
okay.
all. No, but really, it's very diverse. And I love that. I don't know where Cleveland Heights stacks anymore. They were like in the top 5 years ago.
What?
Being the most diverse city in America.
Okay. I thought you were going to say opioid, but
no.
He was like, what? They right around the corner from me?
Cleveland Heights was in the top 5, and then a couple years later, I know Lakewood had moved up.
What about Mayfield? I heard they
I've
really
never seen them in the...
okay.
I mean... Everybody, all the black people in Mayfield live in them apartments. They live in the same apartment. I mean, they nice
Call
apartments.
in and get them.
I can't afford to live there. Yeah. I mean, they nice apartments. I'm just saying. I don't know too many black people that got houses in Mayfield.
Yeah, they want their children to have that good school system. So that's what they'll do. They'll move in those apartments.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with more of the Let's Be Real Christmas party with Greg Bam Reeves and Miss Clotia Mack.
Yeah. I'm Carol Johnson from Burlington, North Carolina, and I listen to Let's Be Real with Greg Bam Reeves Thursdays from 6 to 7 p.m. on Elevations Radio.
Insecurity kills the real thing growing inside of me. It's the dream manifesting, incubating blessings. No more stressing, no more stressing. People just wanna be happy, but they don't know how to break through. They don't know how to break through. They can't help the way they feel. I know the truth, and it starts with you. Way down to the side, way down, deep down in your soul. Way down, you gotta let it go. Way down to the side, way down to the side, way down to the side, way down. Look yourself in the mirror. Way down to the side, way down to the side, way down to the side, way down. You can do it if you try. Way down to the side, way down. You can do it if you like. Way down. Don't stop. Don't stop living. Don't lose all your oil. Keep on going all the way. Stop living for you. Don't you worry. Keep on. Don't you lose yourself, 'cause I believe in you. I said I believe in you. You gotta keep on. You gotta love you. You gotta love yourself. So much more. So much more. Love. So much.
Hey, and we're back. Welcome back to Let's Be Real, Greg Bam Reeves Show. I'm your host, Greg Bam Reeves, along with my favorite guest of all time, Miss Clotia Mack, M.E.D. Am I saying that right? M.E.D.?
Yeah.
Okay.
Masters of Education, darling.
Okay. I never knew what that meant. I thought it was mid. No.
My ear hurt. Like, what are you telling me?
I'm being totally silly. But to start off this second half, I've got my favorite lawyer on the line, Mr. Sergi Cat. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Actually, getting into the holiday spirits.
Right.
Obviously. Ready to go on vacation, like I hear you are as well. I heard this is our last show of the year.
That's right.
All right. You doing anything fun?
I'm not doing anything too much, but I'm gonna be working most of the holiday. I get 2 days off, but other than that, I like to keep busy.
There you go.
First of all, I want to thank you so much for being a sponsor of my show in 2018, and hopefully we can continue this in 2019. We'll talk about that off air.
Of course.
But I wanted you to tell our audience a little background on Cat's Law.
I appreciate it. And so it's been wonderful sponsoring your show, listening to the jokes. You have great segments.
Thanks.
Don't really listen to a lot of radio just because I'm busy, but I make sure to listen every Thursday to your show, not just because I sponsor, because I love your talk. So
thanks.
So yeah, I want to wish all the listeners a happy holiday season, safe New Year. Stay out of trouble. Uber, as much as I'd love to take your money for those OVIs, Uber, it's a lot cheaper. Trust me. I tell that to my clients. Like, if you think about it, right? One OVI
Right.
You could Uber for 3 years straight.
Wow. Now that's...
So stay safe out there. I mean, the number one thing is please stay safe.
Yeah,
definitely. A little bit about Katz Law. So it's myself. I have another great attorney that works with me, Brian Scherf. We have a staff of about 7 individuals that are always there to help. I started practicing law in 2011 after I graduated John Carroll in Cleveland State. So I love Cleveland. I mean, went to undergrad, went to law school. I went to Brush High School. So,
okay.
You know, I wasn't born here, but definitely raised in Cleveland, Ohio. We love to help our clients. You know, part of the reason why I got into the practice of law is, you know, I'll be honest, I had some run-ins with the law when I was younger, and didn't always get the best treatment, right? So I figured if you can't beat them, join them or figure out how to beat them.
Right.
So I didn't want to be a cop, so I had to figure out how to beat them.
I know that's right.
We fight for our clients. I mean, we might not take every case, but we'll definitely. The one thing I pride myself is I always like to help my clients. I worked for a couple big firms when I was in law school, and the number one thing that I really didn't like about working for those law firms, it was all about the bottom dollar. Yeah, and a lot of clients couldn't afford that. So in personal injury, right, a lot of personal injury attorneys, they take it on a contingency. But we go above and beyond. If one of my personal injury clients calls me about a contract dispute or something like that, I always tell them the same thing. Once you're a client of ours, you're a client for life.
Right.
You got a question, pick up the phone, call us. We're here for you.
Yeah.
I won't charge you anything for that call, but it's definitely going to save you a lot of money so you don't get in trouble in the long run.
Right.
Sign a contract you don't want to be in or something like that. Like today, perfect example, I had a girl that got into an accident, and she bought a new car. And she goes, but I don't want this car. I'm just going to give it back. I go, sweetheart, that's not how it works. You signed a contract saying you bought the car. You can't just give it back when the insurance company gets you a new one.
Right.
She goes, but I couldn't get into a rental. I'm too young to get into a rental.
Right.
And why? I'm just going to give the car back. So I'm like, you should have called me first before signing your name away.
Yeah.
I'm like, now you just created an issue for me that I got to solve. So I'd much rather give some free advice in the long run because it saves everyone some headache and some time.
Right, yeah.
Unlike other attorneys who are older than me, I'm 34 years old. I mean, I'm just starting my career. So when I make a client, I'm establishing a long-term relationship.
Right, right.
I'm not in it for, hey, I'm going to make a quick buck out of you and call it a day. I want you to tell your friends. I want you to tell your colleagues. I want to earn that business, and I want to stay in a long-term relationship with you.
Well, I will say this. When I visited your office, it was such a comfortable setting. It wasn't like, you think when you're going into an attorney's office, it's kind of overwhelming. It's like, I always think of the movie, The Firm. Like all this prestigious stuff all around. Yours was so relaxed. Like everybody was friendly and helpful, and it was like a really relaxed atmosphere.
I appreciate it. And that's one of the things we strive are proud of is we treat our clients like we want to be treated. When you come to my office, I'm not going to use a bunch of Latin words that you don't understand.
Right.
Half the attorneys don't understand just to make myself sound smarter.
Right.
I'm going to make sure that when you leave my office, you know what I actually said to you, and you understand what I said. Not like leave my office and tell your friend, oh, my attorney's the smartest person in the world. He told me a bunch of things. I don't understand one thing, but it sounded smart.
Yeah.
My clients need to feel comfortable. That's the most important thing. And look, I'm not going to lie and say every client that leaves my office is happy. Yeah. No, we have misunderstandings. But when they leave, I tell them no hard feelings. Right. At the end of the day, you have to trust your lawyer.
Yeah,
and if I don't have the trust of my clients, then I'm not the right person for them.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Because a lawyer is very important because you have to, as bad as it sounds, you got to tell them more than your spouse, right?
Yeah.
Because if you can't be honest with your lawyer, then you're in trouble.
That's true.
And that's what I tell my clients. If you don't feel comfortable telling me the truth and everything I need to know, then I ain't the right person.
Right. Well, I thank you.
I'm glad you said that. It's very important to me.
I thank you again so much. I wish you and yours the happiest of holidays. And wait a minute, you got big plans for the holiday?
Yeah, I'm actually heading to sunny Florida.
Okay.
To get away from this cold. I got a family reunion down there.
Right. Okay.
So
perfect time.
Yeah. But my office is running strong, right? I can't. My employees make fun of me because they're like, "Oh, don't work." I'm like, "Yeah, right. I just had my IT guy set up some special program where I could basically log in from my laptop into my computer from anywhere I go." And they're like, "Oh no." But hey, Greg, you run your own radio talk show, right?
Yes, sir.
When it's your business, you're working 24/7.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So hey, I appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of the show. You and I will definitely chat before 2019, work out the logistics.
Okay.
And I hope to talk to your listeners in 2019 as well.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be a big part of the show. We got some more legal questions to ask.
Happy holidays to everybody and stay safe.
All right, you too. Thanks.
You got it. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. That is my favorite attorney, Sergi Katz, ladies and gentlemen, of Katz Law, LLC. The address again is 675 Northfield Road, Bedford, Ohio, 44146. Phone number 216-313-0501. And they do give free consultation and continued correspondence to keep you informed of the status of your case. Katz Law.
Katz Law.
Phone lines open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. And we're talking about happiness and joy through the holidays. One quick thing, I like to give you a little current event news. And one thing I saw this morning on my favorite channel, Cubans no longer have to defect to play baseball in the U.S. There's a couple of reasons why that's important. One, I'm a baseball fan, and Cuba has some great baseball players. So that side of it is great because they've gone through some crazy stuff trying to get here to play in the major leagues. I mean, they've risked life and limb, But the other part is, so you're taking babies and stuff at the border. But if you had a nice curveball, you know what I mean?
You can get
like,
in.
How does baseball, how are they able to negotiate this? That doesn't State I'm not trying to hate on this. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get the State Department to look into this and stop this from happening. I'm just saying, why is it that a business, Major League Baseball, can change the rules on a person coming from another country when you got babies being taken away from their parents at the border right now?
Baseball over babies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all you are they called immigrants yet? If they're not here, like the people that's at the border trying to get in here, are they
potential
migrants?
There are asylum seekers.
Asylum seekers. Okay, all you asylum seekers, work on your curveball. I know that's their wrong. No, but I'm just saying though, how are they able to do this?
Because that's the priorities of society. That's the
no, but I'm saying, how is baseball able to circumvent the law of the land?
Because baseball is entertainment. It's like
the $1 billion
technology.
industry.
It's a big distraction. Technology, entertainment over family. So it's just our foundation
and see,
cracked.
And when I look deeper into this, I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking about all these migrant workers picking this fruit and working these hotels and doing all these other jobs that are getting deported, sent back, whatever is happening. And those places are losing money. Those industries are losing a lot of money, including that dude's property in Florida. But like I said, if you got a nice curveball or if you can hit 300, but it's just Cuba though. So if you live in Venezuela, move to Cuba. It's a lot of great Venezuelan baseball players too. Anyway, back to the fun stuff. I just had to bring that up. I just really had to bring that up. God, I had a question for you and I forgot it. You have plans for Christmas?
No, I get like the family magazines and just doing some little things, different museums with the kids, but nothing big.
You going to visit museums?
Yeah, just different museums, and they have different crafts that I can take Chloe to do, and different things at the library. The library is great for some free activities, so nothing major. Just
so do you cook?
This year we are doing something different. We usually do, and I think that's another part of finding your joy, finding a tradition, something that you like. We would normally do seafood. My ex-husband would do that, and so I'm like, no, we're doing something different this year. So we decided to do a potato bar, so like a baked potato bar. So we'll get some baked potatoes. I'll probably get some yams. Are they called yams if you make them still? Sweet potatoes. And,
well, they're not the same thing.
Okay, so yams sweet potatoes and regular white potatoes.
I still don't know the difference. I just know they're different.
So the ones you bake, those.
Somebody call in and tell me what's the difference between a yam and a sweet potato.
Tell your girl too, like, it's a shame she don't know. These new generation women don't know nothing.
You know,
and some meatloaf.
I'm all about, new traditions and all that. Like I said, this year they had the Friendsgiving, where friends got together for Thanksgiving. They didn't really have fun. I love that idea. But I'm too stuck in my ways when it comes to food.
Okay, so are you
Christmas?
Cooking?
No. I was invited to a friend's house that lived down the street.
Okay.
So I could walk.
Okay.
But I need ham.
I need chitlins, please. Somebody, chitterlings.
I could do with some turkey, some dressing. I don't need greens, but if you got some cabbage, I'm good with that. Some string beans.
We have so much of that for Thanksgiving. You are not done.
No. Because I don't eat that stuff no other time in the year.
Okay.
So 2 days out of the year.
Okay.
Maybe.
What I mean?
It's just I'm so traditional in that way. I mean, I could deal with some non-traditional stuff, but not the whole thing. Can it be like extra?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have some scampies over there, but please let me have some honey baked right here.
Some honey baked.
You know what I mean?
Some honey DVD. That's all.
Because now New Year's is all whatever.
Now I'll go back to tradition for that, like the black eyed
peas soul
or
food.
Something.
Yeah, definitely.
Some pork or something like that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I like that kind of food. So anyway, so you're going to library, museums, and stuff. See, this is a teacher for real, y'all.
When I go Christmas shopping, I go straight to the books. Everybody's like, you are such a teacher. Why are you in the book section?
I ask her, what is she doing for Christmas? They're going to museums, the library.
It's fun stuff.
But see, if your kids are raised that way, they love it.
Yeah.
But my audience kids, they probably like, I'm glad that ain't my mama.
Right. I know. Like, I'm just going to be on a video game, okay?
Right. Video game. I wish they had never invented that crap.
Except for Pac-Man and Space Invaders.
Well, okay, that was different.
And
yeah, that was different. Wait a minute, what about Atari?
Centipede. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Y'all don't know nothing about
Pong.
that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Centipede is the best.
Y'all go. Well, I think my audience is kind of mature. If not, if some young people are listening, y'all games suck. Our games are a lot more fun. Yes. You had to be more creative. You had to pretend like there was a ape chasing Mario.
Right.
It wasn't all the effects and the computer graphics and carrying on.
He popped up and he hit his head and the coins would come out. Oh my God, he jumping.
I was at a friend's house and her son was playing a game. I didn't know. I didn't see him. I was like, what movie is this?
Wow, and it was a game. Yeah.
It was a game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he like, you want to play? No, I don't even know
what to do. My son
I have
is
no idea how to do what you're doing right now.
Oh yeah, it's insane. They're like, who's downstairs with him? Nobody. He's going off.
I'm telling you, I thought I was watching a movie.
It's real.
And I remember I was trying to. This is some years back when my nephew was young, and he had PlayStation, and I'm trying to play football with my friend. And I'm going to be the Browns, but you can set up the stadium you playing in and all that. Somehow I accidentally put the Ravens logo in the middle of Brown Stadium, and I couldn't get rid of it. And I just quit trying. I'm like, I don't want to play this. I don't even know how to set up the stadium.
Yeah.
You need a degree. Right. Some type of degree to play video games.
Yes.
Phone lines open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. Do you think there's a difference between happiness and joy?
You talking to me or the audience?
Yes, yeah, I'm asking you.
No, I totally agree with your definition. Yeah, I like that you said happiness are moments. Joy is something for me that's very spiritual. That's a new word. That's deep. Yeah. That's real deep.
We do that in 2018. We make up words.
We spiritual.
I'm gonna tweet that deep. Later on.
Spiritual. It's deeper though, and it comes from. You can have it no matter what's happening. So I think happiness depends on what's happening.
Yeah.
And joy is just something that you can always pull from. And I used to be very religious. Like joy, I have joy. But you know what, Greg? 2019, I want both.
Yeah.
I want happiness and joy. Right. I used to just be content with, I'll just have joy. And, God knows all that stuff that we like to say to really cover up our deepest desires. I'm like, in 2019, I'm going to have joy and I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. I got the same goals because I think he wants that for me. I want it for myself.
Yes.
I like to say I deserve it. I don't know if that's proper to say, but that's how I feel. And I'm going for it.
Go for it.
Yeah. Because, there are people that, the kind of people that, like, they're always happy. Like, to the point where it seems fake. Like, this person never has a bad moment. And I'll always ask myself, like, okay, what happens when they go home and close the door?
Yeah.
And how do they maintain that? Because they could very well be happy all the time. I think there's
that's
some
the
people
joy, though. When you think,
See,
I think that's joy.
That's what I was about to get
for
to.
Happiness.
Yeah. Because you see somebody smiling all the time and always have a positive answer to whatever you say. Like, that's why I call her sunshine. Because you are like. You are. You can't. I don't want to say you that because it sounds like I made it into a negative, and I didn't mean it that way at all.
No, I know, but some people think of it that way.
I just still remember, and I know I've told this story on the show before. I still remember when Clotia and I went to breakfast at Bob Evans, and this ordinary-looking server came, and Clotia made her feel like she was the most beautiful woman on the planet. I even looked at her like, hey, you is kind of fine. I was like, wait a minute, no, you're not. I didn't say that. I'm joking. No, but really, she just, her spirit was just so, like, man, that's why you could sell so much Mary Kay to black people.
Sell some sunshine and joy.
That's right. So, the key, because we got to get ready to go. Our time is almost up, but we have to find joy. And even though I say it through the holidays, I don't mean just the holidays. It's important this time of year in the winter, for whatever reason, we all have our moments during the holidays. But when the holidays is over, it get a lot worse for some people. Christmas is over, no more gifts coming your way. No more what do you call them, gift cards, no more Cash App, nothing. It's back to real life, new year, new everything, and you're on your own. And that's heartbreaking with some people, especially in places like where we live in here in Cleveland, where it's just cold for no reason whatsoever and snowing. And you have nothing to look forward to but spring. Like, there's not another holiday. New Year's is a wrap. Okay, if you want to say Valentine's Day, that ain't even a holiday for half of America. We all single. So, it's Easter and Easter. And in February, when it's like -3, Easter seemed like a year away. So
that's true.
It's important that we find joy. And I don't see anything wrong with reaching out to others. Like, people always putting people down for the things they post on social media. Some people are begging for, screaming for help. It's not just always attention seeking. Sometimes it's really like, I need somebody to just listen to me or something. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Don't hold it in because you're worried about what other people think. Forget what they talking about. You find your joy. Listen to my show every Thursday from 6 to 7 and find your joy.
Joy. Joya.
That's right. I want to thank my favorite guest of all time, Ms. Clotia Mack, for joining me for my Christmas party.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't bring the eggnog like I said I was going to, but
what's up with that?
Yeah, I was too busy decorating the office at work. Anyway, shout out to my coworkers that said they was going to listen to the show, and if y'all didn't, this show is going to be on YouTube, and I'm going to be talking about y'all real bad. So, no, seriously. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful, and safe holiday. Thank you, Sergi, again for those words and for telling my audience a little bit about your company. Thank you again to Benita Rockman and Marsha Simpson, who are my co-hosts throughout the year. Thank you to all my guests who've appeared on the show. Thank you to my Elevations family that embraced me and supported me, and my producer, Robin Hill, and everyone else here, Darnella Allen. I'm not going to name everybody. You know who you are. Thank you, world. Thank you all. Thank to all of you who are listening outside of the United States of America. I hope that this show helps you to understand us a little bit better, and I'm looking forward to some bigger and better things in 2019. And as I always say, develop your hunger for knowledge and feed it. Pick up a book and read it. Set a goal and see it through, and always, always believe in you. Peace and love, fam.
Peace.
It's something different right now, man.
This is a False production.
Yeah, I know. It's for the grown and sexy right now. So all my grown folk, rock with me on this one, y'all. Hood love.